MCC predictions are hard, but nonetheless, the lovely people of the MCC community love trying to do so anyways. Unfortunately, we suck. Like, really badly. So I've set out to perfect my MCC predictions or come as close as I possibly can. And I did it. Or rather, some smart people did it, and I will showcase their hard work. However, there's some bad news. Well, the MCC community's predictions are just about 2 times closer to complete randomization than my newfound method. Yeah, I told you we were bad. The ranking metric we will be using is average error, or on average, how many places did a team place away from the predicted location. If we were to predict Aqua getting third and they got first, the error for that prediction is 2. We will be using this to go over a couple of methods for predictions using data between MCCs 20 and 23. The first method we'll be looking at is complete randomization. It has an average error of 3.55, which we'll be using as a benchmark for the rest of the video. And for reference, a small difference is 1 to 2, a medium difference is 3 to 4, and a big difference is 5 or greater. Correct? It's pretty self-explanatory. Moving on to you guys. I took the first 10 full predictions from each MCC's prediction megathread, then found the average error, which was 2.85, which is only 3/4 of a spot better than the completely random predictions, but is enough to say that we can make noticeable differences, but maybe not as great as previously thought. When thinking of reasons why, a couple obvious points jump out. The MCC community loves ranking people they like higher than that is reasonable. In addition, a specific favorite or favorites to win each MCC surface. The last MCC that was purple and cyan, and in MCC 22 that was orange. However, these teams have underperformed recently, leaving most predictions busted. But when the favorites do well, like in MCC 20, the predictions improve tremendously. In MCC 20, the average error was 2.34, and when MCC 20 is taken out of our total average, the average error jumps to 3.02. Scarily close to the random predictions. The other factor is a general increase in balance in the teams, which makes MCC more fun and unpredictable. Finally, before we move on, I would like to give a quick shout out to the Reddit user JCG, who managed the only average error below 1 that I could find. Here is predictions for MCC 23. Pretty solid. Anyways, on to CPK, Mr. MCC himself. And as a participant, he has some pretty obvious advantages over the rest of us. When looking at his predictions for the last 4 MCCs, it shows. He has an average error of 2.375, making him a full half a point better than the rest of us, and well over a full point better than random. He avoids big mistakes really well, getting almost as many correct as big errors. CPK, if you're here, good job. However, he pales in comparison to the predictor I'm about to show you. Sporting an incredible 1.575 average error, it was created by 4 Reddit users by the names of Awesome, BaconIsLife, Anuj Agarwal, and noticemeuniverse. You very well might have seen them before. However, they graciously took some time to talk with me and give me the rundown on the predictor and some sneak peeks at what it says about MCC 24. Basically, how it works is it uses some curated formulas to rank the players in each individual game. Some of these formulas are super simple, and others rather complicated. But then using those, it spits out predicted coins for the event, game by game. But that is not all, as we can further better our predictions by noticing that some games are played later than others. A game played 8th is worth 3 times more than the first game. So we could take the average multiplier each game is played with, and multiply the predicted coins by that, giving us our final answer. For MCC 24, this is in order: yellow, lime, orange, purple, aqua, red, cyan, blue, pink, and green. We cannot underestimate the power of the games that are in each MCC, and this affects all predictions. You can and should change your predictions based on what games are available to be selected. Unfortunately, we don't get those until just a few days before MCC. So for now, I will leave you with my personal predictions, because you know how humans are, thinking they can outsmart machines. Starting off with Orange, an all-round phenomenal team that manages to edge out Yellow and Lime due to an outstanding Sands of Time, a game that is almost always played late. In second place is Lime, a team just too good to not make Dodgeball. They are so well-rounded, having players that are good at every single game, and it's hard to imagine that they have a weakness. And third is Yellow, a great team that just narrowly misses out on Dodgeball, especially if Buildmart is played. And giving my 2 cents on the topic, if Dream and George go do something else if Buildmart is played, I will lose all respect for them. I don't care how funny people think it is. And fourth is Purple. In my opinion, Lumina is the best player in the entire event, and if he can inspire a peak performance back out of Krinios, this team could definitely challenge for Dodgeball. And fifth is Aqua. Fruit and Joel are a deadly duo, sure to put up a solid performance. However, I think any team from here on down has slim odds to make Dodgeball. And sixth is Red. The Wilbur Rambo duo is given another go, but in such a stacked MCC, I think they fall somewhere in the middle. Next up is Blue. Sapnap's individual brilliance will carry this team to a 7th place finish. Also, did you know that Sapnap autocorrects to Subpoena? In 8th is Green. 5-up and his MCC wizardry will hopefully keep this team off the bottom. In 9th is Pink. The Pink Pensioners don't quite have enough firepower to make a run up the leaderboard, but I still think they'll be a phenomenal POV to watch. In 10th is Cyan. I just don't really see this team placing very high. Maybe once Hannah has a couple more MCCs under her belt, then I think this team could vie for Dodgeball. And that's all. Thanks for watching, and be sure to leave your predictions in the comments.